as you're a council person, you cover several borders, several cities. Share that with us.
Yeah, my ward is actually, as Mayor said, it not only borders Irvington, but I also border Maplewood, I border South Orange, I border East Orange, and I border 3 other wards in the city of Newark. And so it's I not only have to work with my colleagues on the city council, but I have to have an effective relationship with the council person, Ted Green, whose ward is in East Orange. I have to have an effective relationship with the trustees and the council people from South Orange and Maplewood, and also along with the mayor, but the council people on our border, particularly like Quinzel McKenzie, which actually is just like talking to another brother, because I grew up with Quinzel, and so it's very easy to do. And so it's about, as the mayor said, neighborhoods. The lines are artificial, and criminals don't say, "Oops, I'm on the Newark side. Let me run over here to the Irvington side." They're just on all sides. And
sides, yes.
It takes a whole
Against us.
It behooves us to work together to solve a lot of these problems and misplaced blame, and we all grieve. I think that's what needs to be said too. If anyone gets shot or murdered in Newark, people in Irvington grieve, and same with us, because it is one community. And so we have to be proactive in solving it as one community, and not get into the whole thing of, well, that's not on Newark's count, that's not that's not one of ours. We have to start embracing that this is a community problem, and the only way to deal with it is all the communities coming together, not just politics either. The church community, the block watches. I'm just glad to hear the mayor talk about block watches. We've made that initiative in the West Ward to establish a block association on every block in the West Ward by the end of the year. It's not easy. I do what they call neighborhood walks on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. Before we came on air, you saw me on the phone talking to my secretary. We do 3, 4, 5 a day, because I tell people, your doctor may not make house calls, but your councilman does. But there is a symbiotic relationship. If I come to you, you must take the responsibility of starting a block association or getting involved with the one that's already
So how is
created.
that working?
It's working very well.
Okay.
I mean, we have either started a block association or found at least contact people to start one on about 35 to 40 blocks that didn't previously have them. It's our goal that they will undergo a block watch training afterwards. We have a program in Newark that you can get a number, you can learn how to call, how to prioritize calls, what to call about, and so we're teaching our residents and empowering them and giving them the skills to not only interact with government better and hold us accountable better, but also that they have a role to play in stopping crime. That there is a relationship that has to be established between neighborhoods and government and community to fight back. Again, it is take one community to solve the problem that's afflicting the entire community.
Now, you have housing development growing up in your community, in your ward as well.
Yeah.
How is that affecting? Because I know that the mayor said it's affecting Irvington and the borderlines. So does it also affect the
Absolutely.
West Ward as well?
Absolutely. I think it's a national program, a problem. I think the predatory lending and the foreclosures that are afflicting us disproportionately, that they afflict America, they disproportionately afflict urban communities at a higher rate. And so we have a foreclosure task force established in the city of Newark now. We're working with groups like Acorn and New Jersey Citizen Action and a number of other groups to try and help people save their homes. But the market is slow, as the mayor said. It's predicted that even with the stimulus package coming in from the federal government, it's going to take about 6 to 8 months to really get us totally out of this.
That's what I want to piggyback on, or better yet, have the mayor piggyback on. Hillary and Obama, who are making, are really making history because it's the first woman and first man of color who's trying to step out, man of color who has come this far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've had Jesse Jackson, we've had...
Well, people forget Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm.
Well,
People
Shirley Chisholm. But I don't... for a fact, they have not come this far.
No doubt about it. He's the most successful African-American candidate.
Absolutely. What is your take on these two individuals? What do you see?
I think
what do you feel?
It's historic. It's exciting. I mean, I think you go across this nation, you see record turnouts, record voter registration, record voter participation. I'm encouraged that that you have a lot of young people that are really getting involved, and I think I would say that's the energy of both candidates. I think, though, that the Barack Obama campaign in particular, though, has really seized on a nerve of change in this nation in a way that reminds a lot of people of Bobby Kennedy. It reminds people of the 60s in terms of not only saying that vote for me for president, but vote for yourself. The Obama campaign is saying of, I'm not just asking you to believe in my ability to change things in Washington, I'm hoping I can get you to believe in your ability to do the same. And that's what the sense of this election has been, is that it's not just we press a button or pull a lever down and then our problems are solved. I think there's a real chance in this election to say we elect the president, but then we all roll our sleeves up as a community and get behind that president. We can have health care that we've never been able to have before through the old-time Washington politics. We can have more monies coming to urban areas, and we can have a new Peace Corps. We can have a new foreign policy because it's out of Iraq and actually respects nations and saves money until we can put into job creation and we can save the environment. And so that's what I see coming out. New excitement, but a real sense from the community that we can join government, we can be a part of our government, we can own our government again to really make the changes that we need going forward. So I'm excited about one in particular, obviously, as a delegate for him, but I'm excited by what the pretense is of both being first and what that means, not only for the Democratic Party, but what that means and says about America.
What do you think that Hillary brings to this?
Well, obviously, she's part of presidential royalty. She was a former first lady, and the Clinton administration, obviously, which particularly in urban communities was of great benefit. I think we all remember the 90s and remember prosperity, peace at home, peace abroad, and a somewhat equaling of the disparities in our communities under the Clinton administration. And so I think what you see with Hillary is a reminiscing and a reach to say we want those kind of times again because we're in tough economic times now where our foreign policy is just out of whack with any kind of sensibility and sense in terms of our international standing. And so people harken back to that. And don't get me wrong, Hillary Clinton has been a good senator in New York. And it is change, as she has said, to have a woman as president. That is change. And it goes against, she'd be the first one.
Does she represent the old guards?
I think so, and that's my humble opinion. I'm sure others would disagree. I think part of the problem of the Clinton campaign is not realizing what the Obama campaign actually has tapped, and it goes beyond the Democratic Party. It goes beyond just getting as many party people, as the mayor said, behind you in party machinery. He has achieved by going beyond the normal machinery. When he could not get elected official support, he got grassroots support. When they told him he could not raise money because the Clintons had tapped a certain network that had always given money, he found new networks of money and actually has outraised her. When people said we got to concentrate on a few states here, a few states there, he's run in every state and has won by a huge margin. Places like Nebraska and Kansas, places that had never been looked at by a Democrat before, and are now, because he attracts so many independent voters, are actually in play now. There is a chance that a Barack Obama, as a Democratic nominee, can win in Virginia, can win in North Carolina, can win Kansas, at least put them in play competitively with Republicans, so they're not just we are not just at a 20-state minimum, as Democrats have been running, trying to win the White House with 20 states for the last 20 years. He expands the pie, and so in that respect, he has kind of pushed the Clintons to really relegating them as the party, the candidate of the party machine, the candidate of the party hierarchy. The way we always have done it is the way we're going to always do it. I think the dimension, the X factor, has been Obama's ability to transcend all of those things, and that's why he's winning, and that's why I'm very confident he's going to win the nomination and take that to a victory in November.